Gary Bluster for Missouri District 3, State Representative.
America stands at a critical crossroads. We need a leader with a vision, a leader who never stops looking at you.
Gary knows what matters: strength, commitment, and a grip that never lets
Gary
go.
loves his community. Gary loves his country. Gary loves Jesus, especially in October of election years. Gary is a man of the people. Gary will tell you this himself at length while interrupting you. Gary Bluster has strong feelings about books. Specifically, Gary has strong feelings about books he hasn't read, which, to be fair to Gary, is most of them. Last spring, Gary visited the public library to demand the removal of several titles from the children's section. Books, Gary felt, that contained ideas, dangerous ideas. The librarian on duty, her name was Cheryl, 19 years on the job, master's degree in library science, explained that a public library serves the entire public. Gary did not care for this explanation. Gary got louder. Cheryl stayed calm. The police arrived. Gary left. Cheryl went back to helping a 9-year-old find a book about dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were not controversial. 2 months earlier, Gary had visited the Community Arts Center for their annual regional exhibition. Gary did not come to appreciate art. Gary came because he had heard, correctly, that one of the paintings depicted 2 women holding hands in a garden. It was painted by a 73-year-old retired schoolteacher named Ruth. Ruth had been painting for 50 years. The garden was her backyard. Gary addressed the front desk volunteer at a volume generally reserved for sporting events. The volunteer, 19 years old, first week on the job, called her manager. Her manager called security. Security walked Gary past Ruth's painting on the way out. Ruth was not informed of the incident. Ruth was home watering her garden. 3 weeks before that, the community theater staged its annual spring production. This year, a musical. Gary arrived not to enjoy the musical, but to inform the box office attendant, a woman named Peggy who volunteered every season and made the coffee, that the musical should not exist. The musical, Gary felt, celebrated things Gary did not celebrate. Peggy explained that the tickets were sold out and that the cast had been rehearsing since February. Gary felt February was irrelevant. The theater manager came out, then the assistant manager, then a man in a costume who had been trying to warm up in the wings. Gary was escorted from the lobby. The musical received a standing ovation. Peggy made excellent coffee.
This is highly inappropriate! Shh.
Gary is a Christian. Gary will remind you of this frequently. Gary attends Victory Fellowship, which Gary considers the only legitimate church in town, a position not shared by the 11 other congregations in town, including the one that has been there since 1887. Pastor Dave of Victory Fellowship has asked Gary, on 3 separate occasions, to lower his voice during the announcements portion of the service. Gary is working on it.
We must fight the invisible enemy. They want to take what is ours. Ha ha ha! Bluster for Jefferson City. Are you ready for more? Because freedom doesn't just happen, it's demanded by true patriots. This message is approved by America for a greater tomorrow.
Gary is also deeply concerned with ethics in government. So concerned, in fact, that he issued a press release last spring calling out a fellow politician for conduct unbecoming a public servant. It was a strongly worded statement, passionate, righteous even. It ended with the sentence, "We condone this man's actions." Spell check, it should be noted, does not check for irony.
Do you need a fighter?
Gary Bluster is asking for your vote. He wants to go to Jefferson City and fight for you. He's a fighter. Ask anyone who's tried to finish a sentence around him. He's a man of faith. Ask him. He'll tell you between now and November. He's a champion of the people. Certain people. People who are not Cheryl or Ruth or Peggy.
While there's not much folks can agree upon when going to the vote these days, one thing we can all agree on is we've had enough bluster.
Vote August 4th. Bluster, noun, loud, aggressive talk with little effect. Say no to bluster.